What if I told you that the only thing standing in between you and the life you want is the way you think? There have been several occasions in my life where I have felt I'm in quicksand. Hi everyone, I'm Ara, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 tips that is actually going to change your life around if you practice it. Where I have finally cracked the code on how to get out of any situation that I find myself in. The first lesson that I've learned is that in life, we always have choices. I never believed this. How is it possible? There have been so many occasions where I've said, I didn't have a choice. मेरे पास choice तो था ही नहीं. But then I was so wrong with that. When I thought about it, what does this really mean? I realized ये सच है. At any given point, we always have a choice. We have a choice to take action or not to take action, to do or not to do, to say or not to say, to be or not to be. The reason we don't practice this often or we question its validity is because it's easier to blame the situation. It's easier to blame other people. It's easier to blame the universe, God, whatever you may call it, destiny. And as humans, we always take the path of least resistance. हमें जो easy लगता है हम वही करते हैं. When we actually realize कि हमारे पास choice है, it gives you a sense of empowerment. Once you start taking responsibility for your thoughts, words and actions, every situation just changes like this. From I can't to how can I? I can't afford this to what can I do to afford this? I feel bad about this to how can I feel better about this? So it's just a change in your mindset which can change any situation you're in because you stop blaming external sources for your life. And just taking that responsibility in my own hands has changed so much for me. When I had my children and I gave up my work, people would ask me, you're not working? My instant reaction would be, I don't have a choice. I have to take care of my children. I can't work right now. But when I think about it now, of course I had a choice. I could have chosen to go back to work. I could have hired help. It's a choice I made. Once I realized that I'm doing it out of choice, I became a less frustrated mom. And this is just one example out of several where I have realized the power of choice. The second tip that I have for you is to be credible, to own your truth. It means that we are all unique, we are all special in our own way. We all have our own journey, our own experiences, our own set of beliefs. If we own that, we actually lead a life in alignment with our truth. कि मैं जो हूँ वो हूँ. My thoughts, my feelings are true to me. Today in a world of social media where everyone is trying to be someone else, if you can actually learn to be yourself, we start leading a more authentic life. The reason I named my channel Peaches and Plums is because if you expect a peach to be tart like a plum, or you expect a plum to be soft and mushy like a peach, it's not going to work. It's going to lose its essence. Each one of us is so unique, and if we are proud of who we are, for what we are, we present the best version of ourselves to the world and to ourselves. We become more trustworthy, more reliable, more authentic, and we lead a better quality of life. अगर आपका phone आपके fingerprint और face को पहचान सकता है because it is so unique to you, can you imagine if you lead a life of authenticity, what the universe is going to do for you? You start vibrating at a different level altogether. The third tip that I have for you is drop the weight. The weight of anger, guilt, resentment, anxiety, stress, other people's expectations out of you, disappointment, regret. What's the point? Life moves on. And carrying this kind of weight does not give you strength or resilience. It just makes you weaker as time goes by. Life is very short and precious to be carrying this weight around. None of us are going to get out of this alive. So why carry it? It doesn't make sense. If I was to carry this bottle of water, which is so light, it seems light for a while. But if I was to hold this for an hour, 2 hours, 10 hours, the same thing would seem extremely heavy. Carrying baggage unnecessarily, it doesn't solve any purpose. लोग कहेंगे, चीजें होंगी, things happen in life. If something happens, let it. If people say something, let them. It's just about letting it go and moving on. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. We choose to suffer. We choose to carry things along. You know, आपके past में जो हो गया है, it is the memory of the experiences of the past which brings us pain. So why carry it? The fourth tip that I have for you is gratitude. We always have things to be grateful for. Now this one is a tough one for me because I'm a perfectionist by nature and I'm a complainer. If 90% of things are going right in my life, I will find that 10% to complain about. But once I started practicing gratitude, I realized I have so many things to be grateful for. When I'm in a state of gratitude, I cannot have any negative thought coming into my mind. And that is something which has been scientifically proven. So when you're in a state of gratitude, your brain releases neurotransmitters and your body releases hormones such as dopamine and serotonin, which are happy hormones. They increase your happiness quotient. It balances out cortisol, which is your stress hormone. So your stress gets lowered. We all want that, don't we? And if you were to say that in this moment, you are in a situation in your life where you're so stuck that how can there be gratitude? I have an example for you. The fact that you're watching me right now on YouTube means that you have access to a device, you have Wi-Fi, you're able to see, hear and or read, you're able to comprehend what I'm saying, which means आपके senses alert है. And that in itself is something to be grateful about. On a spiritual level, when you talk about gratitude, being more grateful changes your vibration and your energy. You start attracting more reasons to be grateful. You automatically start looking for evidence that proves you right. So there's no harm in actually giving it a shot because this is something which has changed my life around. Every time I feel stuck, I start thinking, what am I grateful about right now when everything else is going wrong? The fact that I've woken up, the fact that I'm breathing, I have food on my table, I have a roof over my head. It could be anything. Find that reason that makes you feel grateful, and you will find that you will have many more reasons to be grateful for. And last but not the least, be kind. Be kind to people. You don't know what anyone else's journey is all about. It's really important to be good to people on your way up because you will meet them on your way down. जो सीढ़ी ऊपर जाती है वो नीचे भी आती है. It's a cycle of life. There is no escaping it. As Maya Angelou says, people may forget what you did, what you said, but they never forget how you make them feel, be it good or bad. So it's really important that we make that effort of being kind to other people. It costs us nothing. We believe that there is a glass between us and the other people that separates us. But actually, our life is just a mirror. We get back what we give. No one can bring out in you something that is not already within you. When you are kind to other people, that shows a lot of integrity and a lot of character in you. That automatically brings you a sense of fulfillment because when you are kind to other people, they may just pay it forward. It makes the world a better place. And sometimes all we need to do is smile. If you can't say a kind word, just a smile is good enough. One thing that is common to each and every one of us is that we are all seeking happiness, happiness at its core. And being kind to other people brings that innate nature out in us. It makes you feel good and it makes everyone else around you feel good. So these are the 5 tips that I have for you that work for me every time when I'm in a stuck situation. And I'm sure they'll help you out as well. Do mention in the comments if these resonate with you at any level. And if you have any tips that work for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.